syempre parang napraning na ako after that time. Na parang ako talaga, aabot pa ako sa ospital kasi nakailang araw na ako dito. And in my mind, so sobrang tagal ko nang may sakit, siguro naman pagaling na ako. But no. Naiiyak ako. I don't wanna cry sa vlog. Basta ayoko lang ma-hospital. Alright! Hi guys! We are finally cleared. It is April 13 right now, and we finally got an email of our clearance from
the local government, yeah.
Saan ba tayo na-clear?
To go out again?
Kasi nagkaroon kami ng COVID. Okay, so how did this happen muna, no? Kasi marami kaming gustong i-share. First of all, pareho kaming na-COVID. Unahin na muna natin yung sa akin, kasi ako yung nauna,
yes.
Diba? March 20, we had a shoot in the house. Dalawa silang kasama ko. But I didn't really know that I had anything. I was just exceptionally pawisin nung araw na yon. Pero kasi ang init din. So parang confused ako. Sabi ko, ano ba to? May sakit ba ako? Or pawisin lang ako? And then prior to that, I kept sneezing also. And it felt like we were having an allergy because all even the kids were sneezing, ikaw. So sabi ko, alam mo, ito yung effect ng aircon sa atin. So ito all confusing. Prior to that, maybe 5 days before it, meron akong unusual pagod. Pero akala ko lang kasi puyat ako. Yung ganon, it was
at
so mainit, puyat ka. So, ang mild lang niya, nothing overt, nothing very obvious. And when they left, I was exhausted. But then I also was thinking, dami ko namang ginawa. Alam mo yun, parang gumana yung buong sarili ko sa shoot na yun. So, naturally, I would be tired. So, next day, sabi ko sa kanya, I kinda don't feel well. Medyo fluish na yung feeling ko sa kama. I told him, sama ba ako sa church service?
And we decided wag na lang because of the symptoms you had. I was gonna have lunch with some friends of us afterwards.
And then also, naisip ko na rin na magpa-test na ako because the day after that, we were gonna be on a camp, parang ganon, with other, and there would be like, how many families over there?
Families,
6, 7. Hindi naman yun parang yung camp kasi had space. Pwede kang mag-space out. So, I was thinking of that. Sabi ko, that would be like 7 families you could possibly endanger if you were positive. So, I might as well get a RT-PCR test. Kasi sabi nila, ito yung golden standard. Hi everyone! So here I am in the house and I'm a bit congested kung narinig niyo sa boses ko. I'm not supposed to be like in front of a camera talking to you guys or like in front of my computer just sitting down working on some computer stuff because I should be packing for a trip that we planned for tomorrow until like 3 days, so until Wednesday. But then as I am taking this video, they have implemented a lockdown again. So, as you can hear nga, may sipon ako. Nagkaroon ako ng dry cough a few days ago. And then I could feel like a bit of yung para kang merong kaunting hika, ganyan. After that, I felt, tiredness and a little of the body pains. But the body pains are like, because I have spondylosis or yung parang dito sa search nyo na ganun. Kala ko yun. It was, it was really gradual. And last night, after I worked, so I was working the whole day, may sinushoot kami, ganyan. Until, we finished everything and I felt extra tired. Again, I didn't pay attention. But I did make a decision. I told my husband that hindi na lang muna ako sasama sa service namin, Sunday service, because that means I'd have to wake up early. And I felt like that my body needed to rest. Because I started thinking, could this be COVID? Because, tiredness is one sign. And I was extra tired. I might as well just have myself checked. So I'm waiting for the results. I honestly don't know what to expect. And if this is COVID, I'm grateful that it's coming to me in a very mild manner. It feels like a flu. May appetite pa ako. Medyo konting walang panla. Actually, hindi sa walang panlasa. Alam mo yung parang metal taste. Yan, ganyan. Medyo konting masakit yung katawan. Medyo walang gana to do anything. And I hope it stays that way.
I would be like up and down eh. Na okay ako, tapos parang after a while, medyo parang hindi, ganyan. So, hindi mo, talagang parang feeling ko, hindi siguro talaga COVID to. Kasi pag naririnig ko yung COVID, ang severe ng, ng experience ng mga tao. But then, come Monday, I get my test results, and I saw I was positive. I was like, oh my gosh, this can't be real. I'm positive for COVID.
Today, I'm recording this video to say that I got the results na and I am positive. Kind of suspected na rin na parang, nga, no, kasi my symptoms are not going away. I just didn't detect it right away because my symptoms were once so mild and also so common. Like, it's something that I always experience, like some pain in the back, sipon, ubo, parang normal na pag napapagod ako, ito yung mga nangyayari sa akin. So, it didn't really occur to me this time that, it could be COVID. So, but it is. And so right now what we're doing is like we're asking people about, the next steps. Like what are the protocols as far as like managing the virus is concerned. I think we're all okay naman in the house. Walang severe, thank God, walang nagmamanifest ng severe symptoms. And so it's easily manageable health-wise here in the house. So we're just boosting our immune system. We're drinking our juices, mega dosing on vitamin C. But as far as yung mga parang contact tracing is concerned, we're trying to map out where I've been and where I could have possibly gotten it, and then informing also people that I've seen when I most likely had the virus already. Even the kids and my husband and my helper have all been exposed to me, so they're gonna get a test also today to see if just the two adults, the two kids maybe not anymore. So we just have to monitor, and I'm praying that wala naman nang maging mas malalang symptoms pa after this. It's my prayer and I'm declaring that this is already it. Ito na yung pinakamahirap. I'm just gonna take this opportunity to rest because that's what my body needs. I think I'm very, very tired from all the fighting that my immune system has been doing. And so I'm gonna give my body an opportunity to rest and let it fight in the right places.
I think that was the shocking news because when we found out that you were positive and I had been exposed to you.
Oh, yeah.
And I just came from church the previous day and had lunch with friends. We had to check right away. So thankfully, I got tested Monday, and nung unang test na yon, negative nga ako.
Negative siya. Tapos,
So we got to tell everybody that I had seen, people at church, and some friends na negative si Joe. So
Right.
at least nawala yung kaba nila nun.
ang isang unang maiisip mo pag ganun is, oh my gosh, saan ako galing? Tsaka saan ako pumunta? Alam mo yung lahat na nire-review mo sa utak mo na ang hirap palang i-trace lahat ng steps mo. And that was also kind of the week na we saw a lot of people.
Yeah.
I had shoots, you had
Meetings.
you had meetings, and then so all of that. And then also the fact na are we gonna isolate or not isolate? How exposed is he? Nasa akin, tapos yung mga anak ko, paano na to? So ang dami nang dumadaan sa utak mo.
Hi guys! So, may konting makeup ako ngayon kasi I shot something. I tried. I said, if I could, I would pass a video that I promised to one of our clients today. And I was able to naman. Medyo mahirap lang. Ngayon ko na nararamdaman yung ibang symptoms sa sinasabi nila. Katulad nung yung fatigue. Sobra pala talaga yung fatigue. Sobra yung tiredness na and all you can do really is sleep. Parang, sometimes I would watch just one video. Manonood ako ng vlog. I would watch it and then halfway I would fall asleep. Kasi parang napagod na ako. Ganun ka-real yung fatigue. So, I'm in that stage right now. I'm very, very weak and I always matamlay. Parang I just wanna be... So, I really am sick. And it sucks because pang ilang araw na to na parang gusto mo na, yun na get out of it na. Nandun ka na sa point na ilang araw pa ba ganito? Kasi gusto ko na makapaglinis ng bahay, gusto ko nang gumalaw, ganun. Ayoko na matulog. Pagod na ako matulog.
By this time pala, nag-exhibit na rin ng symptoms yung helper namin, si Rinelda. Sabay sila nagpa-test and she really had symptoms na ikaw zero. Diba? Zero. Siya meron as in like, masakit ulo niya, ganyan, lahat. She tested negative. So, that's one more thing to note na sometimes the sensitivity of the test is like not accurate kasi parang hindi pa siguro ganun dami ng viral load mo or kataas para makuha ng test. It was kind of like the whole house was only dependent on him kasi siya na lang yung nakatayo. Tapos, but in the beginning, I was still okay. I could still wash dishes, I could still clean, I could still, do everything. But, and I think that's what's, yung nakakaloko, na okay sa beginning. And then suddenly at around 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th day mo, dun ka pwedeng mag-develop ng more symptoms na medyo mas mahirap.
Today has been by far the hardest. It's already 9:40 in the evening and it's actually the first time that I'm able to sit upright. The entire day, I just felt so wasted and so helpless. I tried to get up in the morning, mga 10 o'clock, to drink my vitamins. And when I did, parang nasuka talaga ako. So, it's funny because parang meron kang new symptoms every day na hindi mo na-experience yesterday. Parang ganun. Tsaka sobrang niyang unpredictable na, sabi ko nga sa other flus na nakukuha ko, may trend siya na parang paakyat, or pababa. Parang you just know when you're really sick and then when you're getting well na. This one is like, you're energetic one moment, then the next you're like, totally wasted and totally sick. I feel like it's been helpful for me to talk to like ex-COVID patients. Kasi, parang more or less, natatanong ko na, oy, normal pa ba to? Na ganito yung nararamdaman ko? Bakit ba ganito? Ganyan. Kasi, honestly, gusto ko na siyang matapos. Today, though, what was especially alarming for me was that I couldn't eat. Sukang-suka ko. I still have that feeling until now. I'm forcing myself to eat. And, I don't really get hungry. And like many people who are sick, I am only able to like really take in soup, ganun. And I'm really grateful. Like today, parang feel ko talaga yung parang pag-bless lang sa akin ni God through other people kasi, well, first of all, sobra lang hanga ako sa asawa ko na he has held everything up for the entire household. He has cooked, he has cleaned because nga our helper is also down and sick. And so he's he's the only person like single-handed niya lang ginagawa lahat na nagluluto siya, pinapaliguan niya yung mga bata, make sure that I get to eat and all. On top of that, he's working also because his work hasn't stopped naman. So Yeah, my husband, I told him nga kanina, sabi ko, siguro patay na ako kung wala ka.
So, yung sa akin, nag-develop na ako ng body pains. As in, body pains ko, sobrang sakit talaga. As in, feeling ko hinihiwa yung mga laman-laman ko. Nafe-feel ko rin yung sa lungs ko, na feeling ko may kumakain sa lungs ko. Ewan ko, psychological na lang yon. And then, headache was really bad. Like, I couldn't even read because of my headache. I wanted to read because you couldn't really get up anymore because one of the symptoms is extreme fatigue. As in talagang parang never pa ako napagod ng ganun sa buhay ko. So that's kind of what happened to me. Tapos yung hindi ko maintindihan na natulog na ako ng buong gabi, natulog pa rin ako ng buong araw, parang paano ko to nagagawa? So it was really beyond normal. Na yun yung parang medyo nagiging severe na yung, hindi naman severe, pero parang mas gumrabe na yung symptoms ko. Kasi I wouldn't call mine severe pa rin dahil di naman ako na hospital or anything. But after that, I lost the taste, I lost the smell, which is something that really was like shocking to me because I thought it happened in the beginning. When people would talk about it, I thought na people with COVID knew right away that they lost their sense of taste and smell. Mine developed somewhere in between. And then after that, yung fatigue nga, and then last na, yung shortness of breath. Today was exceptionally hard. Kasi, natulog ako kagabi na madali ang nagpabili ng oximeter. So, the oximeter is this. Wait. And it is used, I'm pretty sure kung na-ER na kayo or na-hospital na kayo, alam nyo to, ito yung, di ba, ilalagay yung daliri nyo dyan. Kasi, i-measure nila yung pulso mo, ganito. Yan, pulso mo at saka yung oxygen level sa katawan mo. Kita nyo, I'm 94. Ideally, dapat 97 pataas yan. So, right now, I'm 94. I'm still waiting if it'll change because it usually goes up. Yan, nag-95 na siya. Goes up after a while. So, today, my levels have been, ayan, 96. Have been somewhere around 95 to 97, and that's pretty good. Last night I was 94, and some of my friends who have had COVID said that actually is low. That was actually their measure when they were brought to the hospital. And then when I showed it to some of my doctor friends, the first thing I read in the morning is, it's actually not good. I would want her to come in and have an x-ray, ganyan. Siyempre, parang napraning na ako after the time na parang ako talaga, abot pa ako sa ospital kasi nakailang araw na ako dito. And in my mind, so sobrang tagal ko nang may sakit, siguro naman pagaling na ako. But no, naiiyak ako. I don't wanna cry sa vlog. Naisip mo lahat ng mga nangyayari sa ospital or pag na-hospital yung mga nako-COVID. But I said, if this is what God wants, if this is the way that He wants to heal me, I will do it. So I just kept praying. I kept praying. And I kept monitoring. And then I was waiting pa for Dr. Mario kasi si Dr. Mario yung mas malapit sa akin. And then Dr. Mario said, ano na yung measure mo? Ngayon sabi ko, Doc, today medyo nasa 95, 96 siya. Umaga pa lang to. Sabi niya, okay, if it goes below 93, punta ka agad sa ospital. So that kind of comforted me that I didn't need to go. But of course, it started a thread of worries in my head. And whenever I would look at my kids, naiisip ko na, ano ba to? Ito na ba yung mga story na naririnig mo na last time mo na sila makikita? Ganyan, di na kayo magkikita ulit, ganyan. So, syempre, I didn't want to lie to myself na naiisip ko yung mga ganong bagay.
at the same time din naman, meron kaming, well, I do this class every Saturday. It's like for how many, I forget how many Saturdays. Basta meron akong healing class. And then they got to pray for me. Sobra lang talagang ang uplifting lang nung na-speak talaga sa akin yung word and promises ni God over my life and my body. And before this also my parents-in-law called me to also pray for me. And it just felt so good. It was so life-giving. Iba rin talaga yung nagagawa ng pag nare-remind ka ng kung saan naka-anchor yung faith mo. Nare-remind ka kung nasan dapat yung hope mo. Jesus is indeed the great physician. When I heard that, it was so powerful to be reminded that I have no better healer in the world than Jesus. And I just kept saying that in my mind. That, Jesus is my healer. By His stripes, I am healed. And then I remembered the story of the bleeding woman, which is also the story that He used when He first wanted to open my heart. And I just told myself that story all over again na naalala mo, ito yung pinaniniwalaan mo dati. Kailangan mo tong maalala ulit ngayon na ito lang yung kailangan mo. Sa sobrang power ni Jesus, kahit nga yung hem lang ng robe niya ang mahawakan mo, kaya niyang alisin niyang, and in her case, that was like 12 years. Ako nga, arte, no? Parang 11, 12 days pa lang ako nagsasuffer. Arte-arte ko na.
Nakakatakot siya kasi parang hindi mo mahulaan kung saan pupunta yung illness. Kasi, pag trangkaso, alam mo, pag may gastroenteritis ka, alam mo kung ano mangyayari sa'yo. Parang alam mo yung cycle na ng virus na yun. Ito nga, kasi novel nga, bagong-bago siya. I think the symptoms also manifest very differently according to the individual. But anyway, that is what happened to me. And then I only became okay maybe on my 12th and then 13th day.
Celebration that we always, and in John 20, His disciples were interviewing your ear. That is, ang background natin, April 2, may 15,000 na reported cases. Sabi ng April 2,
At kaya ako nandito sa labas kasi magpapaaraw ako. I am already feeling 100%. I really don't feel sick anymore. There was a little bit of cough yesterday, but now I feel like it's not there anymore. For the first time in how many days, I don't have that irritating cough. By the time that I was healing, eto na yung storya. Yung asawa ko na ang nag-exhibit ng symptoms. Okay. May pros and cons siya kasi feeling ko kung mas maagang nagkasakit yung asawa ko, wala nang tatayo sa aming lahat. Wala nang makakaasikaso dun sa dalawang bata. Hindi na sila makakakain, ganyan. I think at around my 10th or 11th day, or maybe 13th, ang feeling ko kasi 10, 11, peak. 12, 13, you're like, okay, when you're done with the peak, okay ka na. I was feeling okay, not completely, not 100%. Then, my husband exhibits symptoms. That's basically where we are today.
Lahat nga sila iniisip, ano daw vitamins mo? Ba't di ka daw nahawa? Ganon. So, paano yung sa'yo nag-start?
Severe congestion, like parang allergic rhinitis lang. But then 27, 28, it started to feel weird already. Like yung laging nalalamig yung likod mo. And you just feel cold all the time on your back or just feels tender on your back all the time. And then, sure enough, nag-progress na into body pains, the flu-like symptoms. The migraines were very difficult. There was maybe 3 days of just all-day migraines where, like you said, you can't read, you can't watch videos. it's hard to keep your eyes open.
Yeah.
It was just very painful.
Oo, masakit din yung eyes, no? Oo.
Parang the times I was saying in those days that the only relief you feel is when you're taking a bath, like a very hot bath, and then with some peppermint scents or something. Parang dun ka lang, okay, nakakahinga ako, nakaka-relax yung katawan ko dito. The shortness of breath was very interesting also. You couldn't breathe deeply. Like that. Kung ginawa ko yan dati, naubo na ako.
Ganun pala ang shortness of breath. Yung talagang hindi ka maka-breathe ng malalim.
Yeah.
Okay, kailangan na niya umalis kasi may meeting na siya. Bye! Work from home! But don't you just love it that he can work? Oh my gosh, for quite some time, he couldn't even like do meetings. It was so hard for him na to keep his eyes open. And I think that's one of the things that got to me because my husband is a very strong person. But when he started showing signs of weakness, lalo kong natakot kasi parang feeling ko hindi lahat kami pwede maging weak pero ikaw please wag ganon. So I listed down some things here para naman this vlog can be of use. Kayo, nag-test po kayo na positive. Ano bang mga pwedeng gawin? Number 1 is contact trace. I feel like I had symptoms already 3-4 days before ako nagpa-test na na-recognize ko lang nung nag-positive ako na, part na pala yun ng symptoms. So, dun ako nag-start ng bilang. Hindi dun sa day na nag-positive ako. Isolate if you can. Check for symptoms all the time. Monitor yourself. See, because like us, it was a gradual getting to a point of like super sick. And then, bumaba after that. So, monitor nyo lang po lagi yun. Especially yung shortness of breath. If you begin to feel that, you have to know and check your oxygen levels all the time. Have an oximeter on standby. Even if wala pa po kayong shortness of breath, this is very mura lang sa mga Shopee, Lazada, ganyan. Just so you have it on standby. Pwede nyo pang ipahiram sa mga mag-test na positive na mga friends niyo if ever. Supplements, there is no cure for a virus. Talagang immune system lang ang labanan. So, tulungan natin to. Ang mga marirecommend ko, vitamin C, vitamin D, tapos magpa-araw din daw kayo. Zinc, probiotic, and then I would also list down some more of the things, and then also kung saan nanggaling yung mga supplements ko kung sakasakali lang naman na naghahanap kayo. Actually, you can use it din naman kahit na wala kang COVID. A number to call in case you need to be rushed to the hospital. First day pa lang na malaman ninyo, parang i-organize nyo na if ever lang talaga na kailangan yung ma-rush sa hospital. And also someone who can look into where you can be rushed. My niece, Nica, called certain hospitals na and then found me parang near Tarlac na ba, Nueva Vizcaya or something, yung nearest na hospital na hindi overwhelmed by COVID patients na that could take me in. Just knowing that you have a place to go and that things are in order can give you a lot of peace, because sometimes the stress of not knowing what comes next is also adding on to the sickness. Focus on the right things. I was okay for the most part until fear crept into my body, and by God's grace, on that very same day, He gave me the energy to meet my small group that I meet with every Saturday. Sabi nila, oh my gosh, sabi nila, can we pray for you? And then they started speaking life to me, and that's when I realized that, wow, what the Word of God can do and how it can heal you. On that very same day, I felt better. Rest. Huwag labanan yung fatigue kasi you're going to have an extreme case of fatigue. Huwag kayong ma-pressure na wala kang ginagawa. Medyo ganun kasi ako na napapressure. So, parang wala naman ako nagagawa para sa pamilya ko. Pero hindi, your body is working to get you to a good place. And so, I just allow the body to heal. And last, I was taught to do breathing exercises. So, nakakabuti pala yun, no? Pag nagbe-breathing exercises ka, parang it helps you to strengthen the lungs and not let it collapse. Sinabi rin nga sa akin ng taga-medical city to na nakakataas ng oxygen levels yun. So, parang hihinga ka lang ng malalim. So, kahit na hindi mo kaya yung malalim, hinga ka lang ng kaya mo. Tapos kung kaya mo daw, may straw ka, tapos syempre may baso na may tubig, ganyan. Tapos i-blow out mo raw slowly dun sa straw, tapos tingnan mo mag-bubble. So parang ganun daw yung pag-breathe na mabuti, tsaka nakakatulong sa lungs natin. What can you do naman kung sakasakali na you know someone who caught COVID? Send food over. We were just flocked with like food delivery every day, and it really helped us because none of us could get up anymore at some point. Second is you can pray for them, intercede for them. If they would allow, pray over them, like speak it to them. So you speak life to them, and it will really help nourish their physical bodies. Third is try not to insist on your solutions. I know you're trying to help. Don't anymore ask me where I got it. Don't anymore tell me what I should have done. Pero, huwag yun na sermonan. In short, ganyan, no? And then instead, just listen to them. Listen to them. Ask them, what do they need? I think that's a very, very big thing for COVID patients, especially when the entire household is affected. May kailangan ba kayong bilhin? Can we buy it for you? Can we drop it off at your house? That would be such a helpful thing to do for those who are affected by COVID. And so, ayun na po, nakwento ko na yung mga symptoms namin, paano nagsimula, ano yung journey namin in between, and also what you could do if you find yourself positive, what you can also do if you find that somebody close to you is positive. So if you're new to this channel and you haven't seen me yet ever before, I've got two boys. I've got a 7-year-old and a 1.5, well, almost 2-year-old boy also. So 2 boys. And he didn't get it. They didn't get sick at all. I'm not sure if they got it and asymptomatic lang sila kasi I never got them tested anymore. I was just blown away by the faithfulness of God to keep the 2 boys, to spare the 2 boys from any of what we experienced. There is nothing more I could say except for that I hope you don't catch it, or if you do, you will come out alive from it. And for those who are affected by COVID and you're not naman exhibiting severe symptoms, mild lang, you may be watching this also, healing is happening even when you are not quite there yet. Even when it is not complete yet. You know, I think that was one thing that God was teaching me in the middle of it all. At some point, I was already breaking and saying na, if He's really healing me, how come I'm developing new symptoms every day? Parang God just reminded me, you know, even when you're having symptoms pa, healing is on its way. It's already happening in your body. But it's just not gonna happen overnight. So I really wish you well, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever your condition is as you are watching this video. And thank you for giving us your time. Please like, subscribe for more sharings as we continue with this life. I'm glad we are alive, and I'm glad you are.